Today, we're going to show you exactly how we took our kitchen island from this to this. Living in a tiny space teaches you pretty fast that one surface simply can't do everything. You think the desk can double as a table, but it never does. The office stays the office, and meals end up on the couch or over the sink. So we went where most lesbians go to solve problems, the hardware store. Okay, so it is day one of this counter building project that we're doing. We're so excited. So we just had to make the decision. So the island is 66 inches wide. There is a 1-inch lip overhang of the countertop all the way around. And so we needed to decide if we wanted the counter, the flip-up counter that we are about to install, to be even with the island or even with the counter.
Yeah, so the big thing was what was gonna bother us more, right? Or where was it gonna be more? So it's gonna be down more than up. We're only gonna be using it when it's up. So we kind of held it in there and looked. Oh, it's gonna be nice. And I think flush with the gray, the island, when it's down, looks a lot better and it's gonna bother me less than when it's up. Then you have that little gap. So
I agree. With the plan set, we picked the prettiest side of the board because, you know, details matter. We marked out our measurements. We made a practice cut, and then we committed.
oh yeah, feeling tough?
I feel cool. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we'll sand that down. All right, let's get those sanders out. Then we busted out our little sanding blocks and started sanding. And sanding. And sanding. And sanding. Once it was nice and smooth, we wiped it down and applied our Minwax polyurethane. We went with a warm semi-gloss. No stain, just pure wood beauty. 3 coats, 3 hours of drying, and finally it was ready. Okay, so it's day 2 of this project. It's been over a week since day 1. The first day we were able to get 3 coats of clear coat protectant on our wood counter. And so now we're gonna measure and get this thing mounted with the awesome adjustable brackets that we ordered. So these aren't quite as heavy duty as I thought that they would be, but we ordered these from Home Depot. We'll let you guys know how they work. We used a lighter board instead of a heavy piece of butcher block. We're going to use 3 brackets instead of 2, so that should reinforce them. But basically, they will hold the counter up and then be able to collapse the counter down exactly like we needed. So we're going to start taking some measurements and figure out exactly where on the counter these need to be mounted, and then we'll figure out exactly where on here these need to be mounted. The island itself is bolted to the chassis. That's great with metal. This is really cheap 1/4-inch plywood. So we're going to use this decorative frame, and we're also, remember those pieces of wood we cut? We're also going to use this to back from the inside out to reinforce when we support them. So let's get to it. Next, we mapped out exactly where the brackets would attach to the island. Then we had to decide how high we wanted the counter to sit when it was fully extended and how deep we wanted it to come out. We didn't want the island's 1-inch overhang eating into our 12 inches of table space, so we made sure there was no overlap, maximizing every inch of usable surface. Once we locked that in, we marked everything on the back of the board so it would line up perfectly. Okay, so I've marked where all the screw holes will be to attach the brackets to the countertop. Now the mission is to drill a pilot hole so that I don't split and destroy the wood when attaching them, but also not to drill so deep that I go through. Like I just showed you, I marked the drill bit. I'm not going to be able to see that when it's spinning. So I'm really just trying to make not even like a 1/2 inch, 1/4 inch hole to get it started. So we have smooth entry from the screw and into the wood. So Once all the pilot holes were drilled, we attached the brackets to the underside of the counter. Then we needed to determine where the pilot holes needed to be on the island. Hello?
Hi, is this Sydney?
Yeah, hey Noah, how's it going?
Very good. How are you doing today?
I'm doing really good, thanks for asking.
Of course. So I wanted to call to let you know that we would love to offer you a position of mayor this summer working at Canyon Village. And wanted to see if you are still hoping to take that role and to ask some follow-up questions if that's yes.
Yes, absolutely. I'm super excited. Okay, so we interrupt this project for a brief announcement. Last year, one of our biggest hindsight only regrets, we did not regret it in the moment because we had the best summer of our lives last year, but one of our biggest regrets of going to Yellowstone last year was not picking up the camera and bringing you guys along with us. So we're going back to Yellowstone. So I just got a call. I got a job with a company where I will be working 3 days a week. Mandy won't work at all. She'll continue to focus on fitness. And basically I'll get our free site with my 3 days a week. So I'll be renting out bear spray in Canyon Village again. And we are pumped. Going to Yellowstone. We're taking you with us. We know all the hikes. We're going to take you wolf watching, do all the epic things that we learned hanging out with the rangers, the wolf research team, and just exploring the area ourselves. We're going to show you what it's like and give you our expertise and bring you along for the most epic Yellowstone adventures. Okay, back to this project. Okay. Where were we?
Yeah. Trying to drill these holes.
Ugh, okay. I wish this is where I could tell you it was smooth sailing from here, but that just wasn't the case.
Attaching these reinforcement boards in the inside is not going how we planned. We just tried to screw it in. We split one. It's not going well. So we've called in some lesbian reinforcement. Hopefully they'll be on their way. And Sydney's too jittery with the excitement of just getting the news of going to Yellowstone, so we're all like, you know, all jittered up. But so yeah, we just need a few extra hands because we're gonna drill it from the front. We gotta hold the counter, and then I'm gonna hold these from the inside. So we just don't have that many hands.
We were in desperate need of helping hands, but thankfully our wonderful friends Plachette and Alicia were only a few sites away. You might know them from their YouTube channel, Mile High Beach, where they share big rig friendly camping insights from across the US. They came over in no time to help us hold the counter in place while I worked to get it level and Mandy secured the backing from the inside. So starting with the positive, we did get it attached, sort of. It wasn't smooth. I used the wrong screws, stripped them down to nothing, and then we were still fighting the backing in a few spots. I was determined to get the project finished that day, which meant I had to try to get those stripped screws out. It was a miserable process. It's not going well. I don't have the right tools yet. Okay. 4 screws are in snug on these 2 brackets. It's level. That one smoothly. I stripped the shit out of one of these screws, and another one it's not securing tight to the island, and we gotta figure out why. And we gotta try to figure out how to get those stripped bad screws out and go from there. Okay, typical LesbiFIT fashion. We dive right in, and then we realize we're over our head a bit. That's not really what happened, it's kind of what happened. But, so here's where we are. It is secure, looks great. I don't want to put any weight on it yet. I have not done the best I can do. And the only thing that's going to happen as soon as we start leaning on this thing right now with how it is we're going to start causing some damage. So we're going to go get some tools that help you dig out stripped screws. I'm also going to sleep on it a couple nights, full disclosure, and rethink my original plan and how I can either improve in my execution, because I didn't execute it that great, or come up with a better plan. But, I mean, you get the idea. It'll be like this. And even just lifting that up, I saw that one move. So that's what the problem is. I don't want to cause more damage. But you get the idea. Soon, this will be where I eat, and this will be where we work. How's it seem?
Pretty good. It's coming nice. Oh yeah. Lunch break's over. Back to work.
Okay. Happy breakfast.
Happy breakfast.
How you like your new table?
Game changer. We haven't even had it a week, only a few days, and it already like it's totally changed our lives.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe we didn't do it sooner. That's the only thing I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's been nice because we don't eat at the desk. Like that's a space just for work. Like what did you say the other day? Feels like you're eating at work.
Yeah, like when I sit down there, I'm like, oh, I'm in the office. Like you gotta. You know, with walls, you don't have a lot of rooms, but just trying to keep some space separate from what you're doing. But this has been great, and it's always down when we're not using it, so then it's always clear, right?
Yeah.
So then it's never like, oh, it's cluttered. So even if the kitchen, we just got done cooking, the flats fill up quick, we always have our table. It's always cleared out.
Yeah, it is. It's been really nice. It's to just like sit and have meals together again has been like so refreshing.
Yeah.
Feels like we're on dates.
Got our little bar. And it's so roomy because it's 6 feet, so for 2 people, like
5.5, technically.
oh yeah, she measured it, not me. But it's so roomy. It's been great.
Okay, so we've had a few days to process. How are we feeling about Yellowstone?
So pumped. Oh, I'm just so excited, like, to go back to the park, and we'll share some of this as we go, but we know what to expect. We know different things, like, and we have more time when we get there before she'll start work, which was nice. Last year we only had 2 days, so it was just kind of like we were thrown in.
Yeah, it was
Worked 6
frantic.
days in a row, trying to get our bearings. It was cold, like, we know how to prevent for critters, we know our grocery routine, and we'll share all that with you, but I just feel good going in.
Yeah.
How about you?
I feel so pumped. It feels like we're going home in so many ways. It's my most favorite place on earth so far. It allows us to like mentally not feel like we're traveling for the summer, which I think then gives us an opportunity. We're going to have a very more adventurous winter next year. We can stay in work grind mode and all because of, you know, the setup that we're doing it this year, and we get to bring you guys. Like that was one of my biggest regrets, and I don't really regret it because last summer was the best summer of my life and it changed my life, and so why wouldn't I want to do that again? And we're really excited to take you guys because not that we're experts, but in some areas we are experts now, and like we know a lot about the park and the wildlife and the ecology and the rhythm of life in the park, and we just can't wait to share it with you guys.
It's gonna be epic. So, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button and follow along because you will not want to miss our Yellowstone adventures this summer.
Okay, it's been a few days since our first attempt at mounting, where we had to call in the lesbian muscle power. What we did successfully that day was we got it level, we got it straight, and we got it at the height we wanted it. So when we came back around the next day, we decided to do a few things. We decided to leave it up and do one bracket at a time. We basically dug out all the screws on all of them. They were drywall screws. I knew that, but I didn't think to make an adjustment. That's totally my bad. We used thicker pieces of wood on the back. We used 2x4s on the back. And so what that did is it left everything straight, level, and at the right height. And now everything is resecured. In addition, we stuck silicone in the manufactured wood holes. If I had wood glue, I would have used wood glue. That would have been the right thing to use. But I had already been to the hardware store 3 times for this project, and I had silicone on hand. So we put that in there just so that the heavier duty screws that we also ended up upgrading to, so that every time there was vibration on travel day, those screws weren't like just eating and grinding at this manufactured wood, which is what the island has on it. And then also this is a one piece of board. We got that because A, it was lighter, and B, it was cheaper, but it had some warp to it. And so when we were bending this down, it was putting a lot of force on the middle piece of the island, and that's just from a slight warp that occurred when we were sealing the piece of wood. And so what we did is we let those screws, they actually ripped out, and we decided that the best thing to do was let them stay out. So the two ends are completely attached to the board. This middle piece is separate. We just do it separately. That way it gives the board flexibility to move when down without putting force and pressure on the manufactured wood of the island. But this is totally secure, totally connected, not jumping around at all. And it provides another anchor point to hold that elbow weight or whatever we have on here weight. And it's been a total game changer.
And the great part about this design is we got these stools that fit great for when we're working. And then when it's lunch break, well, we don't really have to take any steps. We just turn around, we have the same stools, and it works great. And the great thing is when we're done eating, with just a couple clicks, big wingspan, it's down and it's out of the way. So it's not in the traffic area, it doesn't collect clutter or anything else, and so then it just puts away, and it has been a total game changer.
And happy wife, happy life. That's true even in lesbian couples, actually, especially in lesbian couples.
Way easier. And of course in RV life, the biggest challenge is tight spaces. Babe, you ready to cook breakfast?
So I measured twice, cut once. I made 3 marks of 66 inches and 2 of them lined up, 1 of them didn't. I of course drew the line on the one that was off, and it was slightly off, so measure twice, cut once.